Hi, I'm Hannah Roper, and this is the Live in the Living Room Country on the Coast special.
I've got a confession, I'm learning my lessons the hard way. A common misconception, thinking I could make him change. I'd be his savior, I'd be his hands, and I'll fight his problems. My love, it'll be okay. So I let the truth fall down to my waist. I lost everything, that's who it is. I'm a lonely cowgirl in a city of cowboys, and my heart's been broken. Spirit that follows the wind, and I'll be okay. The bitter woman always wins. My heart's on my sleeves, there are holes in my jeans. I'm all ripped at the seams, but I still got my dreams.
That was City of Cowboys by Savannah Gardner here on Live in the Living Room. I'm here at the Country on the Coast Festival. Welcome to this episode of Live in the Living Room. We have so many great acts coming up in today's show, so be sure to follow every single one that comes up. The names will be coming at the bottom of your screens. Well, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell as always. And coming up right now, we have a sensational interview with the man himself. It's James Dunn. Welcome to Live in the Living Room. I'm Dom from Country Chat with Dom, and we're here at the Country on the Coast Festival. It was such a great weekend, and today we have the amazing James Dunn with me. How are you doing, James?
Not bad, Dom, and yourself?
Loving life. Just absolutely so much great music that's going to be happening. It's a great festival. Hannah's done an amazing job here with Country on the Coast. And it's great to see you performing here as well.
Yeah, getting around like a bad smell at the moment, I think. So
I wouldn't call it bad smell. I mean, I was discussing with Sally earlier about talent and about authenticity, and one thing that you do strive with is your vocals. Your vocals are just so pure. They're just so rustic and so very countrified. It's so great to hear, and you just got so much talent oozing out. And I mean, you've recently released Black Train, and it's been such a great hit. I've loved hearing it on my station. Been loved hearing it, everywhere that I go.
Yeah, it's picked up better than expected, I think, actually, because I'm obviously fairly new to the scene. I think the first performance I'd done to get me into or on the scene and notice was when James asked me to step in at Live in the Living Room when we met back in November, and I was kindly invited back to play again literally last week, and then now it's kind of it's quite organically coming, now, and I see it. And Black Train was the latest single, and I'm really proud of it, really proud of how it came out and turned out, and the way it's being received, actually. So it's managed to get quite global play. The Australians seem to like it as well, which is always good.
I mean, it's fascinating because you mentioned there about playing at the Live in the Living Room gigs back in last November. You played recently in the April's one. How's it actually been since actually coming out onto the scene? Because you've only really been on the scene for the past 6 months or so.
Yeah, if that is coming up, it's not even really 6 months, really. I suppose it's a bit of a whirlwind. I've got a few more festivals booked and coming up. I've got an EP launch in May as well, and it's the Black Train EP. So there's 5 songs on there. Obviously, my debut single Duty's on there, and they all follow a theme. So watch this space with that one.
Oh, exciting! So you mentioned May, was it, for the EP?
Yeah.
So when are we looking at May? Start of May, end of May?
So 20th of May, and it's at the Dukes of Highgate. So playing the Dukes. So the UK's only real honky tonk venue. And funny enough, it's literally 10 minutes where I grew up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from Finchley in North London. So it's literally gone full circle doing the EP launch. So I was brought up in Finchley, and then hopefully the proper start of the music career will start in Highgate, pretty much in my hometown.
Yeah, that's insane.
So yeah.
That's great. I mean, seeing people's reactions when you come off stage and seeing the kind of round of applause that everybody gives you, you so deserve, because you are really talented, and I will not stand off this high horse saying that you're amazing because you genuinely are. And one thing that I love about you, I mentioned right at the start, was your authenticity in your voice, and the fact that there's no airs or graces. You say what you like what you say, and you're just so upfront. You're just so talented. What is it that kind of gives you that drive? What is it in your past or stuff that you've done that's given you this kind of robustness?
Bad life decisions, good life decisions. Obviously army veteran. There's a lot to draw on from that and everything. I've made poor life choices. I've made decent ones, and I think the best songs are written from the heart and truth. And I try and be as authentic as I possibly can be, and I don't think there should be any substitute for that. Otherwise, it just wouldn't be worthwhile doing.
Yeah.
And as you know, Johnny Cash is a massive inspiration of mine, and Tyler Childers, more modern, and the thing is, the way they write and the way they tell their stories is incredible through song, because they're not just songs, they're sung dialogues, and I think the music industry has lost that a little bit, and I'm trying to not be a one-man revival, because there's a load of other artists doing it as well, that trying to bring that authenticity back, but I do it my way, and if people like it, they like it. If they don't, then that's up to them. They don't have to listen to it, but it's really humbling and still surreal, the reception, and then being booked for, like Hannah, who organises Country on the Coast, and James inviting me there, and it's and then you for having me on this chat now. It's really humbling, and I think wow, thank you very much.
No, I mean, I'm expecting the next couple of months, years, however long, you know, to keep having these chats and see you growing
absolutely.
and growing and growing and growing. It's so exciting to see you at the start as well.
Yeah.
And to see how great you are at the start. The only way is up.
That's it, and hopefully I'll still be the same person anyway, you know, supping my pints of Guinness and not giving a shit.
That's the main thing. That's what we
it.
want. That's what we like to see.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about Black Train, about the EP,
Yeah.
about how the songs are kind of, you know, following that theme. What kind of theme are you going for?
So
with the Black Train?
it's a bit of getting the pain out, the redemption. You know, there's an element of it. I grew up in a Catholic household and everything, so there's the God-fearing element of it. You know, I'm secretly God-fearing, so not so secretly God-fearing, if that makes sense. And it's basically get all of that out. There's going to be an album in the works. You know, it makes sense. Whether it's full band or an acoustic album, I'm not too sure yet. It's just finding the right musicians and everything like that. That's one to look at, really. But I'm not going to put any pressure on myself or promise anything, you know, because we'll see what happens. But then, you know, there's also some pretty upbeat tunes that I've been sort of working on and everything, you know, and trying to give our slice of country in the UK something a bit different. And I think, you know, there's a couple of artists, a couple of us doing that, you know, and I think try and push it and see what happens, you know.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm super excited to see how it goes. I'm looking forward to actually hearing the EP. You know, it's one thing I always get excited about.
We're going to be getting a sneak peek tonight, so
Cannot wait. That's the great thing about
to Country on the Coast. So
if you ever get a chance to get tickets to Country on the Coast, you know, in future events, or if you get a chance to, you know, come down this weekend, or Live and Living Room's back events, make sure you get onto those tickets, because you do want to get to these events. There's so much great music happening, particularly with yourself, James. I'm super excited. Now, towards the end of the chat, there's one question I want to ask you. And it's going to be one of these random questions I'm going to be asking everybody.
You love a random question, Tom.
I do love a random question. I do love a tangent as well. Random question today is, if you could be a shoe, what kind of shoe would you be?
I'd be, not a shoe, I'd be a good pair of work boots, robust, universal, gets the job done.
Yeah,
you know,
not afraid to get them dirty, not afraid to get them roughed and ready.
Function over form, I think.
That's brilliant, Well, thank you for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been great meeting you again.
Yeah.
Well, take care. Coming right now, we have the amazing Nicola Harris. That was James Dunn, the conversation I had with him here at the Country on the Coast Festival. Absolutely amazing guy. Such a great performer as well. Be sure to check him out on his socials. James Dunn. And coming up right now is the amazing Jake Williams with Small Town Love.
We grew up in the same small town where if you had big dreams and you know where bound, you were the one dream that stuck around through every single up and down. For younger years you played hard to get. Give me time was way too much risk, and you found yourself a brand new man. I watched you fade away like sand in my hand. Dreamed about us living a simple life, working an everyday job from 7 to 5, raising a son and watching him play football on Friday nights. I take you two-stepping every other Saturday night, Sunday morning holding hands, getting holy vibes after church, and family down for lunch, my favorite dessert. So out of touch. Where'd your roots be in a small town love? Around this town news gets around real quick. The love you thought you had wasn't quite pure bliss. Piece by piece he tore you down like an old storm and growing town. Now here you're coming back to fix your life. He tore apart, you called and said I was the one. But right from the start, girl, you don't know how long I waited for a chance to have your heart. We can start right now living a simple take two-stepping every other Saturday night, Sunday morning, holding hands, getting holy vibes. Go back home to love on you, enjoy some heaven on earth. Honey, I'm glad you got back in touch. I just can't thank God enough. Finally took a chance on small town love. Small town love.
That was Small Town Love by Jake Williams, one of the Texans that came over to the Country on the Coast Festival. Absolutely fantastic performer, fantastic guy as well. And coming up right now is a fantastic segment here on Live in the Living Room, the Country on the Coast special. It's Kirsty Krause's Ones to Watch, which have been chosen by Jess T.
What is up, you guys? We are here celebrating another month of Ones to Watch with Live in the Living Room. It's May. That means we have 4 more artists to feature this month. I am so excited. Again, I'm your host, Kirsty Krause, and this month, I'm coming to you from my home in the living room of Nashville. Before we get started, I want to make a housekeeping note. Make sure that you subscribe and click the bell below so you will get notified for all of the episodes that are coming out. We have a lot going on here on this YouTube page for Live in the Living Room, and we would love to invite you to be a part of it. So, without further ado, all of these artists have been picked by the lovely Jess T, and we love her so much, and she has a knack for picking amazing talent. So without further ado, drum roll please. All right, we have Julia Williams, Hackney Hill Pickers, Between the Vines, and Kirsten Adamson. Make sure you take time to look below in the description and follow these artists. We'll also be sharing their music and their socials as we go through this episode for this month. All right, our first artist up is Julia Williams. She is originally from Florida and is currently making big waves in Nashville. Take a look at the screen. Make sure to follow her on all of her social media platforms. We are very thrilled to have her for this month and be featuring her. She was named Next Women of Country. I recently got to see her perform live at the City Winery for a Next Women of Country event. What a special night that was. She also is a regular host for the song Suffragettes. Her newest release that you must check out is called Wrong Mr. Right. That was just released in February. But today we're going to share a music video of her song Southern Curls. The song is very special. It definitely opens up to her thoughts and feelings as a young girl growing up. Make sure you check out this clip.
Not all Southern girls are met with open doors. Some of us are looked down on before we're even born. Curls are too tight, skin is too dark to feel beautiful just as we are. I'm a Southern girl with her own kind of Southern curls, with her own kind of Southern curls.
That was Southern Curls by Julia Williams. That was absolutely fantastic. Make sure you keep your eyes on her as this girl is going places. Right, that leaves us to our second artist of the month of May for Ones to Watch, the Hackney Hill Pickers. These guys are a bluegrass Americana country band and recently got to play C2C. Check your screen out to make sure you give them a follow. These boys can certainly pick. There are 4 of them, guitar vocal, double bass, banjo, and mando. And today they are going to play their newest release, I've Waited As Long As I Can. Watch this video to hear them play live.
I'm waiting to hear you say you love me, and long for the day you take my hand. I asked again last night for your love so divine. I've waited as long as I can.
That was the Hackney Hill thumbnail pickers for I've waited as long as I can. A great job, guys. Oh my gosh, those guys can pick. And please make sure you follow them on social media. Also, that brings us to artist number 3 for the month of May ones to watch. We welcome Between the Vines, and we are happy to feature them. It's another band based out of the UK, more country rock with 4 members. Take a look at your screen, make sure you follow them on social media. This band features Rebecca Whitehead on vocals and guitar, and Kev Whitehead on drums. Their second album, which is the most recent album that came out in March 2022, Ain't Country Enough, features the track and also their newest single, All In. Features the single All In. It is certainly such a great catching song full of emotion.
You're not in at all. You can't keep knocking me down. You're breaking my fall. You pushing, you pull my heartstrings. It don't mean a thing if you're not all in.
All right, you guys, that was All In by Between the Vines. Aren't they fabulous? We certainly think so. Make sure you follow them on social media. All right, that brings us to artist number 4 for this month, for the ones to watch for May. We have Kirsten Adamson. She is a singer-songwriter out of Scotland. Make sure you take a look at your screen. Follow her on all the social media platforms. We're very excited to be featuring this artist. She does a lot of live shows. She's also played a lot of festivals. Her album Landing Place came out in February, which features a number of songs that are hits, smashes. In my opinion, I'm loving this. Without You came out March 31st as well. And then today, we are actually giving a taste of the newest single that we are featuring, and that's Stars on the South Carpet. Very cool story. Definitely this artist is giving me a little bit of Jewel vibes. Kirsten, I love it. And so take a listen as we share this clip with you for Stars on the South Carpet.
We slow down, pulled in, move fast, kisses like lightning, and we drove on, got lost, laughed hard, without thinking of the cost. We slept under the stars on the South Coast.
Yes, Stars on the South Carpet, Kirsten Adamson. What a way to wrap up our ones to watch for this month. Hella female power right there. There you have it. Our 4 artists for this month for the ones to watch. My name is Kirsty Krause. Thank you, Jess T, for selecting the amazing talent again this month. And also shout out to all the people behind the scenes that make all of the episodes and content for Live in the Living Room possible. We certainly know James appreciates it. And with that being said, make sure you look below in the comments and also subscribe and click the bell for notifications for all of our upcoming episodes. I'm signing off here from Nashville. I'm Kirsty Krause, and we'll see you next month for 4 more brand new artists for the ones to watch here at Live in the Living Room. Bye, guys.
That was the Ones to Watch segment, hosted by Kirsty Krause and chosen by the angel of the airways herself, Jess T. Absolutely fantastic picks. Thank you so much, guys. And coming up right now is the conversation I had with the fantastic artist, Mikki Evans. Hi, we're here at Live in the Living Room at the Country on the Coast Festival. It's been a great event so far, and we've got so many more great artists coming up, including the lovely lady that's sat next to me. It's Mikki Evans.
Hiya.
Hi, Mikki. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Really excited.
You excited to get on stage?
Really excited now, yes.
I mean,
yeah.
You've got a new single out, The Call.
Yeah.
It's been rising through the charts. It's been great to watch. It's a great listen as well.
Oh, thank you.
Everything about your music and you just yourself in general as well. I love how down to earth you are, particularly through your socials. And I mean, I remember searching, because when I was looking through like Country on the Coast acts, I was thinking, I've not really known a couple of these artists, so I thought, you know what, let's have a listen. And the past few weeks, I've just been addicted to your sound.
Oh,
just
wow, that's so lovely, thank you.
great thing with country music in particular, and music in the UK is every artist has that individual sound, and the great thing about yourself is you don't sound like any other particular artist, and it's so wonderful and refreshing to see as well and to hear.
Well, I do try and keep very much to myself.
Yeah.
I don't try and sound like certain people.
Yeah.
And then I think 'cause I just enjoy what I do and how I make my music, and it's so easy to lose sight of why you're doing it and to just enjoy what you're doing. So,
Yeah. That's awesome. I
Oh,
mean,
thank you.
to go into a bit of background then, so what brought you into the country scene here in the UK then?
Well, I've always sang a bit of country, and I grew up loving Shania Twain.
Yeah.
So
Classic.
obviously, you can't not love Shania Twain. And my voice was always a little bit country, more like country pop kind of sound.
Yeah.
And I went into the pub club scene and sang a bit of everything as you do, starting out as a singer. And I always just fell back in love with country.
Yeah.
And it was when a friend of mine, Gary Quinn, invited me to one of his festivals, Buckle and Boots. And he said, "Oh, come along." He says, "You know, you do a bit of country yourself," and I loved country. And then it was then when I realised, wow, this is me.
Yeah.
I love it. And then I started writing with Gary, and all of my music and the way I write is the country style, and it just goes with my voice. And I've got more of a passion for music than any other genre. So it just I think country found me.
I mean, to have a great mentor as such, you know, with Gary Quinn as well, he's such
incredible.
a sensational artist in himself. You know, he does translate into the way that you've kind of like blossomed, and it's great to see.
He's really helped to build me in areas, you know, to help me in even my songwriting and performance. He's just great. Really, really great. We write really well together.
So excited. Have you got anything else that's in the pipelines, or is it too soon to say yet?
Yeah, I've got my debut album coming in July, which is part of my headline show in Birmingham as well.
Oh wow!
On the 22nd of July.
Oh, fantastic!
So we're really busy trying to get ready for that now.
That's exciting. I mean, I can imagine there's a lot of kind of like prep to do as well. You know, when you've got, you know, particularly with album releases and obviously new songs, because obviously you just released the Call.
Yeah, and then it's band rehearsals and getting it all right, and and obviously I'm unsigned. Yeah. So it's
all yourself that does it as well.
Yeah, it's so much work involved, but I absolutely love it. I love every minute of it, and it's so much fun seeing it all. Yeah. Seeing it all come together.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
really exciting. I mean, I'm super excited to see the kind of the way the future pans out as well, and the more festivals that you start going to. I mean, Buckle and Boots in itself is just an amazing festival in its own right, and so is Country on the Coast, and it's great having you here as well.
Well, I've seen Country on the Coast a couple of times, and I thought, oh, that looks like a really cool festival. But at the time I didn't have my original music out, so I thought, I'll just wait and see what happens. But I was so excited to be invited this year to perform on Country on the Coast. It's just an amazing opportunity.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing your set. It's going to be a hoot, I can imagine.
Hopefully, lots of fun, very energetic. So a lot of my music is energetic anyway.
Exactly.
Apart from the last song, which is more of a ballad, but a lot of my music is, I love all the fun, just a really fun.
Exactly.
Fun vibe.
Well, that's what it's about, and that's why we're here. Is particularly, towards the latter end of the sets, you start to, people are coming in, they've had a few drinks, and it's about creating that party atmosphere and keeping it going. And I'm super excited to see, how the crowd reacts and develops with yourself. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, excited.
Super excited.
Super excited.
Now, one final question, and it's something we've been asking everybody. And it's been a bit of a quirky question. We've got some different answers, some unique answers. It's, if you could be a shape, in any shape in the world, what shape would it be and why?
Probably a circle.
A circle?
Yeah.
Any particular reason for a circle, or?
Just because it's just really smooth. And I like smooth.
It.
I like everything going smooth.
Nobody wants anything
and
to go off in a...
spin around nicely in a circle of life, just spinning around. Yeah. I think it'd be a circle.
Thank you for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you, finally.
Thank you for having me.
And definitely look forward to having you again on the show in the future.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. That was the conversation I had with Mikki Evans here at the Country on the Coast Festival. We're on the Live in the Living Room special. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell, otherwise you'll miss any future content. But coming up right now is the amazing Texan himself. It's Dusty Moats with Everyone Knows.
way to disguise that look in your eyes, 'cause everyone knows. Each time we touch, it says so much. Everyone knows. Can't even hide what's happening inside. Everyone knows. We can try to pretend no more than friends. Everyone knows. We can bury those feelings deep somewhere. Make it seem like we just don't care. Swear up and down that nothing is there. Everyone knows. Now, everyone knows. The way they would dance was more than a chance. Everyone knows. If you hug me close, the cover is blown. Everyone knows. Don't have to do this, it's so obvious. Everyone knows. It's beyond any doubt, the secret is out. Everyone knows. We can bury those feelings deep somewhere. Make it seem like we just don't care. Swear up and down that nothing is there. Everyone knows. Now, everyone knows. People see right through my betrayal. When the way we feel contradicts the way we play. We can bury those feelings deep somewhere. Make it seem like we just don't care. Swear up and down that nothing is there. Everyone knows. Now, everyone knows. I said everyone knows. Now, everyone knows.
And that was the main man himself, Dusty Moats, one of the Texans that came over to the UK for the Country on the Coast Festival. He was there with his song, Everyone Knows, which is absolutely killer, particularly when he performed it live on stage as well. If you missed out, you really need to check them out. Absolutely fantastic. So Dusty Moats with Everyone Knows. And coming up right now is the conversation I had with the fabulous Georgia Nevada. We're here with Live in the Living Room at the Country on the Coast Festival, and I'm joined by a most spectacular artist. It's Georgia Nevada. Hiya.
Hi.
You all right?
Yeah.
You've just come off
I'm
stage.
sweating.
Absolutely.
Really sweating. Just stay away.
Killed it. I mean, bring
Sorry.
on the sweat, because it shows the kind of performance that you put. You know, the more you get into it, obviously there's stage lights and all that lot, but that's by the by. The effort and the fact that he even ran onto the stage is more than what everyone else has kind of done. It's the first time I've seen somebody actually run onto the stage from the sidelines and be like, "Hi!"
I was the one that pressed the button for the intro. That's why. I sit there and wait to pause it again after.
3, 2, 1, go!
I don't know. I should never be trusted with that. I'm amazed I didn't fall over. To be honest.
I mean, I was like, she's here! Yay! Absolutely mesmerising performances. I mean, come on, just spine tingling throughout. I mean, lovely, lovely guitars. Your drummer, he's gorgeous.
It's my fiance.
Just gorgeous. I mean,
we're getting married.
it's not like the reason why I've picked out the drummer to say that in particular.
They're all quite beautiful people, to be fair.
I mean,
there's the hair. They've all got some form of
just the fact that the way that you all gel on stage is just so magical. I mean, it got to a point, I can't remember which one, you was coming to the end of the song and everybody kind of like slunk back and you was like, where is everybody? Where is everybody? And it was just so entertaining. You had the whole crowd enthralled. It was so engaging. Just everything about it was amazing. So well done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. I mean, it's performances like that that makes people want to come back time and time again. And it's just so entertaining. And not only that, your voice is getting better and better and better and better. And it's not like it was bad to begin with. It was already at a high level. So how can you go even better?
Thank you. Yeah, no, we've been working really hard on like on making it like a show and like a proper performance, and like the guys are my best friends anyway, so it makes it a lot easier on stage. Like especially when things go wrong, like the one of us can kind of, we know what's happening. Like Will dropped his stick at some point, and Andy apparently picked it up. I didn't even notice. Like so much goes on.
To be fair, I didn't even notice that.
No, apparently Will was doing Johnny Be Good with one hand, like half of it. I know. I didn't clock it.
And that is why you're marrying him.
Talent.
There you go. It's there, written in stone. I mean, perfect timing for everything. To go from obviously all the band work, and then arranging gigs and stuff, and then obviously planning the wedding, and then moving, and then the wedding's coming up now. It's a lot to cram in.
Yeah.
How are you coping with it all? Like, how do you keep ahead?
I don't know, Dom. No, it's just I'm very good at compartmentalising, I think. So I'm like, okay, this is happening, but I don't need to deal with that until Monday. And it's just still, just kind of, and I like it. It's all fun stuff. None of it is like stressful. Well, it's stressful, but it's not stressful.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff.
Now back to Country on the Coast.
Yes.
I mean, I've already mentioned, and I will always scream from the hightops how amazing your set was. If you could pick out any like standout song that you've done, or any kind of like key performance whilst you were singing on the stage, what would you pick out?
Ooh. I thought people were really receptive to A Day That Makes Sense, the quiet song.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I've ever played it live as well, or more than like 3 people. So it was quite a cool moment for me, that one. I mean, all of the songs were like the first time we played any of them, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one in particular.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You could really, I'll keep saying it, you could really tell the passion and the enthusiasm with all of you on the stage. You all gelled, and it just came across so naturally. It was just so natural, and this is the point of the night where acts get louder, they get more party mode, and you was the great kick-off to start the party.
Yeah, we decided to just break the speakers. That's what we did.
That's the aim, and it's about setting the tempo and the mood right for the rest of the night. And you brought it up that gear, and it's great to see you doing that, and it's great to see you back on the big bills.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun playing with like a full band as well, and I think now we've gotten to that point where like it's comfortable up there. Like we know what we're doing. We know what each other sort of like. We know what our pain points are individually.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's a lot of fun.
All right. In terms of yourself, do you have any kind of like anything new coming out, or anything you want to plug, anything you want to promote?
I'm not sure when this is going out, but I have a show on the 30th of April. It's my first headline show with Bland, which is really cool, in Cambridge.
So more great gigs then.
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch coming up, and obviously all of the songs that we played today will be at some point coming out. We're going to start a bit of a streaming releases soon, but we're just working out like I want to put a really cool PR plan together and start building all of that. So yeah, no, it's all, there's a lot to come. I think I just need to get wedding out of the way.
Yeah. Get this big elephant in the room kind of like shoved out of it, and I'm getting this on video now. I am going to be the officiant on the wedding, and Will doesn't have a choice in the matter. I am going to be taking over. I'm going to be walking down my aisle, strutting my stuff.
I'll send this to our officiant, see what she says.
I'm super, super happy for you all.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining. I've got one last question, and it's a quirky one.
Okay.
It's a bit different. So normally on my shows I ask very, very random questions.
Yes.
And today's question is, if you could be any shape in the world, any shape, what would you be and why?
Triangle.
Triangle?
Yeah.
How come?
Because it's the strongest.
Ooh! That is nice.
It's really impactful to think really quickly.
Yes.
I'm really quite proud of myself there.
I get that. I mean, you look at fulcrums and, you know, levers and all that they use when you triangle.
I learnt that at school.
I like
had to
that.
work out how to get sheep across from one bridge, like from an island to another island with a bridge, and we had to like create the bridge. The bridge had to actually be, we worked out it had to be in like triangles, because otherwise they couldn't get across.
I mean,
It's the whole thing.
I love the whole scientific side to it. That is amazing. Well, thank you. Thank you for the science lesson on Live in the Living Room.
God.
Thank you for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure as always.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you all for tuning in. That was the conversation I had with Georgia Nevada here on Live in the Living Room. And right now is the final play from one of our Texans, is Jesse Jennings with his song, Tornado.
She's beautiful. She walks into a room. It's magical to see what she can do. She's been known to turn the place upside down. She might be alone, but that don't matter now. If you get too close, she'll pull you in. It happened before, it'll happen again. Say adios, kiss your life goodbye. She'll make you hurt, make you cry when she's through with you. Everyone will know she fell in love with a tornado. No, you can't explain why she is that way. She causes pain, lasts for days and days. Where she comes from, no one really knows. It's like she falls from above and goes where she wants to go. If you get too close, she'll pull you in. It happened before, it'll happen again. Say adios, kiss your life goodbye. She'll make you hurt, make you cry when she's through with you. Everyone will know you fell in love with a tornado. If you get too close, she'll pull you in. A scene that happened before, it'll happen again. Say adios, kiss your life goodbye. She'll make you hurt, make you cry when she's through with you. Everyone will know you fell in love with a tornado. A tornado. Yeah, tornado.
That was Jesse Jennings with Tornado here on Live in the Living Room. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much to the Texans for coming over to the UK and to be performing at the Country on the Coast Festival. It was so great seeing them, and they're so down to earth as well. Actually get to speak to them and sit down with them as well. Such great guys. Well, coming up right now is another great performance from Abi Orfila. Here she is with Here I Come.
Guess I'm through being played by you. Paid my dues. You sat back and rose. Stood by your side, but you turned around. No
That was Abi Orfila with Here I Come here on Live in the Living Room, the Country on the Coast special. Again, do not forget to hit subscribe and hit the bell, as well as following all of the artists that are featuring on the show. It is such a great opportunity to discover new music, discover new artists, so be sure to give them a follow. You will not be disappointed. Well, coming up next here on Live in the Living Room is the Girl Crush segment, hosted by Linda Conway from Voice of a Woman.
Hello, Live in the Living Room. It's me, Linda, aka Voice of a Woman, bringing you another girl crush this month. I am always crushing on someone, always, every month. And Voice of a Woman is something that promotes women in music, platform, radio, podcasts, live Facebook streams, and I don't know what else. But yes, I am always crushing on someone. And this month, it is the turn of the one and only Savannah Gardner. And my goodness, am I crushing. I saw Savannah Gardner at a Live in the Living Room event in November 2022 on First Round, which was that day. And I was so struck with how traditional she is in country, but puts her stamp on those songs. And she felt one of the most kind of authentically country in a traditional sense. And I loved her songs and her style and her accent. I love her accent too. She's just class. She's an outlaw, southern outlaw. So much style, grace, class, sass, and she's just amazing. Her latest single, solo single, is High Desert Memory, which there'll be a little bit of a video right now, and also links to check it out.
I'm a lonely cowgirl in a city of cowboys, and my heart's been broken and used, but my dreams are made up of sycamore branches, and my dreams came long before you. My dreams came long before you.
Savannah Gardner, solo independent artist. No. That is not enough. No, that's not enough. One independent artist. No. She's also one half of the Wanted Sisters with Kat. And they have just after released their third #1 single. They're a new act, and all their singles have gone straight to #1. And it's such a great feel-good Americana act. Harmonies, beautiful harmonies, just fun, loving, great vibes to it, just a great feel-good song. And their latest song is called Carousel, and that will be coming to you right this second. So Savannah, as I was saying, is just sheer class. She's written with some of the best in Nashville. Probably one of the most, I think Sarah Vaughan is her name, and she is a very experienced singer-songwriter in the traditional country, and with a young head. I think that's where some of the vibes and the maybe authentic country comes from, and I think it's something that Savannah herself just loves and is drawn to, and it just comes out of her naturally, and it's just so stunning to see. I absolutely adore her, and I hope she goes far. She deserves to go far, and I'm sure she will. She's bringing out not one but two albums this year, one with the Wanted Sisters and one from herself, and she's gigging. She's just living life at the moment. Living life. 2 full-time music careers. How does she do it? She's just class, and I just can't stop crushing on her. She is. You love your authentic traditional country with a little bit of a modern twist, and just all those bluegrass Americana vibes. Savannah Gardner is your girl, and I we'll be crushing on her for some time to come. So that's my girl crush for this month, and I'll be back to you again next month with another girl crush. So do join in and let me know your girl crushes. I would love to hear your girl crushes, and you can email or you can find me on Live in the Living Room, and you can also email me on voice_woman@yahoo.com because I want to know your girl crushes as well. Take care from there. Bye.
That was Linda Conway with the Girl Crush segment of the show. She was talking about the excellent Savannah Gardner, who has performed here at the Country on the Coast Festival that we, Live in the Living Room, have got the pleasure of attending. So because of this amazing woman right here, it's Hannah Roper. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here as part of this amazing festival with so many great acts. There's so much that goes into it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for all of your support, because you guys have been amazing at sharing the festival and supporting the festival. So thanks for being here.
I mean, the only reason why we do what we do and why anybody really does what they do is to help the artists to get their kind of like recognition, and to, you know, meet new artists for myself, because there's a couple of artists that I've not yet met. And I mean, Elliot Joseph yesterday, I've not heard his music yet, and phenomenal, absolutely
So
talented. So it was great to see different artists, and it's not just the same faces, it's someone new each time as well. So again, amazing work. So last year we spoke about, you know, what, you know, Country on the Coast was about. How has this been this year in comparison to last year? Because last year you came out of like the lockdown periods, now we've kind of gone into the flow of everything. Has it been different this year?
It has been a bit different, because with last year, almost it was 3 years in the making, and I think we'd done a lot of the planning almost before lockdown and before COVID, so it felt like I didn't have to do as much coming up to the festival itself. And then this year I had a little bit of a shock to the system, because I was like, actually I've only got 12 months to do this. So it has felt a little bit more rushed, and then obviously life takes over sometimes, and you can't always do everything that you need to do at the right time. And I think that's something that everyone really appreciates, is there's a lot of stuff that I have to do behind the scenes just to get to this point, but a lot of people don't always see that, so it can almost feel like I've disappeared, and then I pop up again and say, oh, by the way,
hello,
I'm here. But this year does feel different. I think it feels a bit different because I feel like I know a little bit more what I'm doing, not completely, but a little bit more. And I think for me as well, almost like you say, it's so wonderful to have that opportunity to bring people in that maybe you've seen online or you've seen via social media, that you've then not seen live, and have that mix between local, those that are further away. I mean, gosh, we've got people travelling from Sweden, from Texas, which is amazing, from the Netherlands, just to come and watch, which is incredible. So it's been really nice to be able to mix all of that up and have some familiar faces that we've had before against then some people that have never performed.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about, you know, these artists that come from like Sweden and Texas. I mean, met a couple yesterday, and met a few fans yesterday as well, and it was great seeing the regulars come back and then seeing fresh faces as well. It's great to see the interest that's taken off with it, and you know, what does that bring to you? You know, what kind of like feelings can that bring when you see those new faces? Is it exciting almost?
It is, it's excited. It's relief. Relief that people are coming. I think for me, I always knew that we have this wonderful country music fan base that will travel to go to festivals, but what I really wanted to do this year was make this really accessible and have the locals know about it, because what I've realised almost since last year's festival is so many people do love country music. For some reason it's just not talked about so much, but when I've been at networking events, when I've been at business events, when I've been at, you know, award ceremonies and things like that across the city of Portsmouth, and you're having those conversations and people say, oh, what do you do? And I go, oh, by the way, I've got a 3-day country music festival. The amount of people that say, I love country. And I think for me it's been really nice to have a lot more local interest. It still could be bigger. There's still more that we could do with the marketing and the advertising, just to really let the rest of the city know. But that's been really, really lovely to have our regulars that do travel, but then also that more local history.
It's awesome. It is amazing what you do. Now, one thing I just want to touch upon is the location. I mean, we're in Portsmouth at the moment. We're in Southsea. It's an amazing venue. I mean, we're at the Gaiety. And what is it about the Gaiety that kind of like draws you in? That kind of brought you to this place?
Well, it's somewhere that I've known for a really, really long time. So Trevor, who owns the Gaiety, I've known for oh gosh, maybe 30 years, maybe even slightly more than 30 years. And it was one of those venues that is really, really versatile. So this weekend it's a country music festival, it's been a rave, it's been a roller disco, it's been a jive group, there's been a model railway set up. It's a really, really flexible venue. It's a really decent sized venue, so we can get lots and lots of people in. But actually we can then make it so it still feels festival-like. So, you know, we've got the hay bales, we've got the big barrels, we've got the barbecue style tables and benches and everything. But the biggest thing for me is this is my home. South Sea, Portsmouth is where I grew up, it's where I'm comfortable, the sea is where I always want to be. And I think for a country music festival, no one puts country music and a pier together.
Exactly.
So I thought, why not? Let's do that. And I think for the artists, when they're on the stage and they're looking out on this amazing view, I get so much really amazing feedback about that experience and almost how overwhelming that is, because you're on the sea, you are performing on the sea effectively. And then I think for the attendees as well, it means there's just an extra dimension, there's more to see, more to look at. If the weather's lovely, they can come outside, the views are beautiful. When it's night time and then all the lights are out as well across the seafront, I just think it's a special place in itself, and being able to bring country and the coast to it, for me, it just marries up in a way that I don't think anything else in the country music UK scene does.
No, it's amazing, and like I say, it's such a beautiful, beautiful venue, and it's been great here. I mean, the food as well is to die for. It really, really is. You know, we had some chicken tenders yesterday, and I'm looking forward to trying some of the burgers tonight. So really, really excited. Now, Country on the Coast next year, can you tell us anything about it? Kind of like the dates you're looking at?
I can, yes. We secured the dates yesterday, so it's going to be the last weekend of the Easter holidays, which is around the 12th, 13th of April. So we booked that in the diary, so once the festival is done, I will get all of those dates out. We will get everyone to save the date in their diary. We'll get the ticket site up and running as soon as possible. So, and we'll do a really cool special early bird offer for people, so they can then get their tickets as soon as possible. But that's the thing with planning things like this, is before you even do 2023, you have to start thinking about 2024. And I think, especially with the way that the financial world is at the moment, and the economic climate, it's really important for me to keep this going, but it has to be financially viable. So I think that's why there's always a lot of pressure on events like this to almost keep afloat, so then you can keep bringing it back year on year and growing it as well. You know, it's still not perfect. There's still things that we can improve upon. There are still things that we can add in and that we can do. But I think for its third year, I'm really, really happy. I mean, after last night, the feedback has been incredible. Yeah,
it's been a phenomenal start to the show. I'm looking forward to tonight and tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting time. Now, for those artists out there that are wanting to perform at Country on the Coast, how do they go about doing that?
Right, so the application to perform will be out in a few weeks' time. So it will open, effectively the applications will open in May. It's a Google form, and it just asks for as much information as possible. My advice that I would give to people is make sure that you've got some video footage of a live performance, and a live performance that you're applying for. So this year we did have a lot of applicants. We were so lucky. We had over 130 applications. For 36, 38 artist slots. So we really do have to make some tough decisions, which is why I get help, because otherwise I would have a festival that would go on for a week, because I'd want to put everybody on the stage. But we had people who were applying as a band but only had footage of them as a solo, and that's really difficult for us to decide to have that mix up, to have that variation, to have the different styles of country, to have complementary artists. So please make sure that you have footage that relates to what you're applying for, and give us as many options as possible. The more flexible people are across the weekend, and the more flexible people are with their setup and things like that, then it just really, really helps us to fit in as many people as possible. And it's tough, it's so hard to make that decision, because we are so lucky with the quality of people that apply, and even if you're fairly new to the scene, still apply, because we have people who are performing that this is their first time performing at a festival, and that's really, really important to me as an artist myself, and knowing what it was like in the really, really early days. Yes, we want established artists with big social media following, because that's how we sell tickets, but we also allocate slots to those who aren't as experienced or might not have performed a festival yet or might not have a huge social media following. So please don't let that put you off applying. Still do it, just make sure that you've got good social media presence. It's not about followers, it's just about how active you are, and make sure you've got some live footage for us to look at.
Yeah, I mean, what you say there with the whole people applying for band slots and they're only solo, working, you know, being here, you see the logistical side of things.
Yes.
So like the sound test, you know, setups and the amount of time it takes to set you up, and those good bands, so it's obviously a lot longer. So we've only got what, a 10-15 minute period to get set up, so you've got to kind of like balance that schedule. So yes, be sure to get hold of tickets, be sure to check out the Country on the Coast socials. It's all going to go up very, very soon. It's going to be an exciting time. 2024 is only around the corner, so it's going to be amazing.
No, I'm so excited.
Well, thank you for joining us. I've got one last question for you.
Okay.
And it's one of these quirky questions that we've been asking everybody.
Okay.
And today's question is, if you could be a shoe, what kind of shoe would you be?
I don't know if anyone's ever asked me that before. If I was a shoe, I'd have to be a Nike trainer, because they're comfy but stylish, they're bouncy but practical, and I think it just fits all occasions.
No, it goes. That is amazing. Well, thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute honour to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
That's the interview I did with Hannah Roper here at Live in the Living Room Country on the Coast special. Coming up right now, though, is Louise Parker with Fool's Paradise.
Surrounded her. She had one of those smiles that would reach her eyes and just go on and on, on and on. But in broad daylight, someone stole her smile, and she sings, I took a chance in Fool's Paradise. From me, take my advice. I've looked death in the eyes, 'cause love is my vice. They thought she had it all, and then some. More than enough to leave their small town behind. But as the cracks start to form and a crown starts to fall, she cried out for help, only to find there was no one there to save her from her own damn mind. Alone she sings, I took a chance in Fool's Paradise. Now I paid the price. Learn from me, take my advice. I've looked death in the eyes, 'cause love is my vice. Alone she stands, still with a smile on her had one of those smiles that would reach my eyes and now feels out of place.
That was Louise Parker with Fool's Paradise here on Live in the Living Room. Absolutely fantastic performance, as well as everybody else that's performed so far. Do not forget to give them all a follow on their own social media. You'll have been seeing their names popping up. Well, coming up right now is an amazing collaboration that gave me goosebumps. It really did. Here is the Songs and Stories Collective with their cover from the Corrs. Here they are with Runaway.
Run away.
So it's the Stories Collective with their cover of the Corrs and Runaway. Right now we've got the amazing Ben Sellick with Stone Cold.
Some fruits are forbidden, even though they fall so rightly on the ground. So sweet, but they're deadly, even though that taste might make them stick around. Nobody ever has to know what you said that made my blood run cold. So I'm just here to let you know it's time to reap just what you sow. Revenge is a dish best served cold. You fell to temptation like a moth that flew too closely to the flame, yeah. And the streets that I paved in the city, they might be gold, but the road they were on just leads to pain. Nobody ever has to know what you said that made my blood run cold. And I won't take the lies you sow. So I'm here to let you know. Oh no, revenge is a dish best served with a cold, cold heart. Will you do the pistols first? I don't know what is worse than your cold, cold heart. And revenge will taste so sweet when you're lying at my feet, stone cold. Sure, there ain't no colder than the ice that's in my stare. Winter of your love that left me back and left me bare, frozen to the bone. As the bullets fly, I feel nothing but cold. Cold, cold heart. Will you do the pistols first? I don't know what is worse than your cold, cold heart. Revenge will taste so sweet when you're lying at my feet. When you're cold heart, yeah. Do the pistols first. I don't know what is worse than your cold, cold heart. Revenge will taste so sweet when you're lying at my feet, stone cold, stone cold.
That was Ben Sellick with Stone Cold here on Live and Living the Country on the Coast special. Coming up right now though is the conversation I had with Olivia Lynn. We're here with Live and Living at the Country on the Coast special. I have the amazing Olivia Lynn with me. Hi Olivia.
Hello, hello.
How's it been so far? Are you playing today?
Yeah, today in how long now? It's about 2:30, so not too long, but yeah, I'm feeling a bit nervous, but nerves are good, but like a good nervous.
Nerves and adrenaline is what kind of like drives you through,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
what makes you
exactly.
kind of like perform even better,
Yeah.
and it makes it exciting as well. I mean, looking forward to having you on stage. I mean,
thank you.
you've already got an amazing arsenal of songs, so I'm really looking forward to actually seeing them live in person
I'm so
this time.
excited for like everyone to hear them. I literally cannot wait. But yeah.
So, what are you more excited about playing on the stage? If you could pick one song of yours.
Oh, that's really hard actually.
Mine, I'm ready for I Saw Red.
Okay.
Just to put that
I'm
out
going to
there.
have to say 2 because I agree. I Saw Red 100%. Probably because it's my most upbeat and like country rocky song.
Yeah.
And I love performing it. I love it so much. And then another one would probably be Modern Girl, actually. And I don't normally say this because it's my first song. And today we've got the amazing Megan, and my guitarist, who is going to be playing Modern Girl, and it's going to be acoustic. And I literally cannot wait. It sounds brilliant. And I'm not biased, but I'm hoping that everyone else will love it as much as I do. I'm really excited.
I mean, to go from the original track, obviously produced track, to having it a nice acoustic version, I'm really excited. I mean, I'm already feeling the goosebumps that are coming. I'm so excited. But yeah, it's one of the great things about, you know, these events, you know, country on the coast, to be able to see people live again, particularly when we've gone through such a big time. You know, I don't want to say the word, but obviously it's been a big change. And to see you live and performing, it is amazing to see, because I've noticed you for the past, year or two now, and kind of climbing through the charts and different people talking, different reviews, and then checking out your music myself. It's just like, one person I'm really excited to see, particularly as yourself.
Thank you so much. It means a lot, so thank you. I appreciate the support.
So how has it been for the past kind of like year or two, actually getting back into the swing of things, live performances? Because you've got some more live performances later on in May, is it?
Yes, it is, yeah. To be fair, I do just kind of just get back into it, really. I've never really been one to, be a bit afraid. Well, maybe when I was younger, but I think because I'm so used to these things now, that, because I enjoy it so much. I love it. So I'm like, it's literally what I love. So I'm not annoyed to do anything. So, but I'm really excited to be here in general, and like you said, to finally meet, because obviously the dreaded word and the things that have happened in the past. I'm not going to speak about it, but obviously it put everyone on a bit of a hold, which was frustrating. But to finally meet everyone and all the friendly people that have been supporting me, and I've been supporting them, and all the radio interviews, all the podcasts, it's actually like the only word I think was cute. Like, it's so cute to see everyone and say hi to everyone, which is really lovely. But yeah, I'm so excited. Singing all the time. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I found it really refreshing, kind of, because I'm so used to the computer screen. Whenever I do interviews, it's through Zoom, and it's not kind of the same. You don't get this same human interaction, and it's so great to actually see you here, raring to go.
I know, I can't wait. Get me on stage already.
Now, quickly, just to kind of wrap things up. We have been asking random questions. Okay. Yesterday we was asking kind of what kind of shoe you'd be. Today's slightly different. Okay. If you could choose a shape, what shape would you choose and why?
I would be a love heart.
A love heart?
Yeah, I would be a love heart. Probably because, I'm quite a bubbly person.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I'm quite a loving person. But also, at the end of a love heart, there's the points, and they're like that. Yeah. Quite aggressive points. Yeah. So I have a bit of a spark with angry streak as well, but all good.
Both ends of the spectrum as well, because right at the bottom you've got a little dagger that goes into there.
Yeah, exactly right. That's why I'd be a love heart.
Oh, I love it. That's very quirky. That's awesome. Thanks. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you to everybody tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure. Yes. Look forward to seeing you set.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
That's the conversation I had with Olivia Lynn here at the Country on the Coast special for Live in the Living Room. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button or hit the bell so you do not miss any of the future content here on Live in the Living Room. Coming right now, though, is Caitlin May with Drink of Choice.
Hey, you're my drink of choice. Not good for me, but you get at all the noise. And I think that's beautiful and dangerous and everything my mom told me to avoid. Yeah, I'm such a mess, so I call my dad 'cause I'm his princess. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't know that half of it
that was Caitlin May with Drink of Choice. Coming up right now, though, is Sarah Louise with Be Real.
You think that I don't know that your mask is falling off? For all those years you kept me in the dark. Finally I see, and I can see my worth. And now I am putting myself first. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me. Be loyal, or stay away from me. For all those years, you've been watching what I say. I didn't realize you're standing in my way, but I don't trust you. I'm moving on, and now I feel I am getting strong. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me. My eyes are wide open, my eyes are wide open, my eyes are wide open. I see you. My eyes are wide open, my eyes are wide open, my eyes are wide open. It's time for me to move on. 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 You think that I don't know that your mask is falling off? For all those years you kept me in the dark. Finally I see me, I see my worth. And finally I'm putting myself first. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me. Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me.
That's Live in the Living Room. I'm Don from Country Chat with Don, and we're here at the Country on the Coast Festival here in Portsmouth. I have the lovely Sarah Louise with me. Hiya, Sarah.
Hello, Dom.
How are you doing?
Good, thanks.
Just about to go on stage to perform. Are you excited?
I am, yeah.
I mean, we've just had a great performance there from you. A song called Be Real. No one's really heard that
No,
before.
I've heard it before, no.
How exciting.
Yeah.
It's such a great song. I mean, be real, be loyal. Just some of the key words in that just really stand out, and it's how everybody should be when you are approaching friends, approaching new people. Just be yourself. Don't be somebody different. Don't be a stranger. Don't be somebody fake.
No fake.
And it's great. It's such a great lyric. Like, where's that come from?
I saw it on a quote and I couldn't get it out of my head, and then I just come up with a song straight away about a week ago.
Really?
Yeah. And then I can't stop singing it, and I was like, oh. And then James said, well, what song would you like to do? And I was like, my new one. I was like, new one? Yeah, Be Real.
That's awesome. I mean, me and James were talking earlier about the kind of songs that we're going to expect, and what we think people are going to play. And first thing that went to our heads is like Rose Parks Boulevard, because such an amazing song, so upbeat, so amazing, and obviously because you just got your new EP out, just so amazing, new album. Just how's that been?
Which one?
Dreamers.
Now or Dreamers?
Dreamers.
Well, it's been crazy because literally I've had 10,000 streams in
Exactly.
the first 2 weeks, and like before, it took ages to get one of my originals. So people love me singing covers. That's the whole reason I did it, because people like to hear me sing their favourite songs in my way. And so I thought, right, let's put a poll out. Let's see what you want me to sing. They chose them. They love them.
I mean, not only just Dreamers with the covers, you've got the whole half of you. Everything that's been coming out recently is just hitting the ground running. It's great to see. It's great to see you striving and reaching those peaks, because you really do deserve it. You're such an amazing singer. I remember chatting with you, 2 years ago, when we first kind of got to know each other. In your garden.
In lockdown.
It was insane. And to see you kind of like flourish like a sunflower that you are.
Aww.
Just to blossom, and it's great to see. Well done.
Thank you. I love it, but it's just hard, because once you've had a number one and you don't get a number one, you think, what's wrong with it then? And that's really bad to get into that, because you should feel grateful. And like, I put my last song, Half of You, into the singer-songwriter charts because I wanted it to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
And it got to number 10, and I was like, oh. But then I was like, actually, singer-songwriter, that's a wider category.
Yeah.
Get over it. you know. So I just want to break through into different audiences and just, I don't know, experiment.
I think the main thing isn't to look at those, finishing chart positions. It's to see kind of like the number of people that are streamed, the number of people that downloads. Like you mentioned, hitting 10k in, what was it, a couple of days?
The thing is, I brought I Want to Dance With Somebody out as a country version, as a single first, and that already reached 7,000. So I feel like I cheated a little bit because I'd already had 7,000 on that. But people were like overwhelmed with it because I love Whitney. Yeah. And it's a Whitney country song.
Exactly.
And I don't think anyone done it before, so I wanted to do that.
It's almost like the reverse of what Whitney did with Dolly. You've taken it from Whitney and made it...
I have yours then.
It's great, it's quirky, and that's the great thing about you. There's no half measures. You go full in, and that's the way we like it. We like to know where people are at, and you absolutely kill it. So well done.
Thank you.
You're excited about playing on Country on the Coast?
Yes, I'm a little bit nervous because obviously I did it with my guitarist before. Most performances are with someone else, but this is my first performance on my own, so I'm a little bit nervous.
That's awesome. I mean, you shouldn't be nervous because you're supremely talented.
But I like to dance, so I'm going to take my guitar off halfway through and dance.
You do that anyhow. I mean, I fully expect you to do it. I don't expect anything less. So it's going to be amazing. I know for a fact it will be. But yeah, if you haven't got tickets to Country on the Coast, look out for next year's because it's going to be such a great event. Same with the Live and Living Room Gives Back stuff. Anything to do with country music in the UK, get on board because there's so many great artists such as Sarah Louise. So it's going to be an amazing
venue as well. Amazing.
The Gaiety is just it's superb. It's the first time I've been here.
What a beautiful evening as well.
The views, the sun. It's so sunny out.
Stunning.
So to finish off, I've got one last random question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the question at the moment is, if you could be a shoe, what kind of shoe would you be?
Oh, that's a good one. Can it be any shoe?
Any shoe you want. It could be a shoe, boot, flip-flop.
I would definitely be a turquoise cowboy glittery sequin boot.
Ooh, very fashionable. How come?
How come? Because turquoise is my favourite colour. That's a bit lame, I know, but like
you're loud.
If you're gonna go big, go big.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna show the world a good time, that's fun. That's fun, sparkly, stand out.
That's awesome. Well, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Be sure to tune in for the next performances here on Live in the Living Room.
Thanks, Live in the Living Room.
That is the interview I did with Sarah Louise here on Live in the Living Room, the Country on the Coast special here in Portsmouth. Coming up right now, though, is the new releases special with Mr. Paul Adams.
Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so good. Oh, hello. Just giving her a clean. It's Mr. Paul Adams here, and it's time now to check out all those brand new country music releases. The first release on those brand new singles is Jackson Lake with Battles and Twice as Far. Holding On is the brand new single from Recovering Satellites. Our proper British cowboy Paul Dupe is Meant to Be. Steve Hewitt is A Jealous Man. Matt Hodges, My Kind of Cocktail. And My Old Street is the brand new single from Andrew Jones. Louise Parker is back with Fool's Paradise. And my fellow Texan Scott Haley with Aquaholic and Last Goodbye. 2K and Ryan with Something Real. And Baby I Don't is from John Wayne Hatfield. Forget You is from that supergroup First Time Flyers. And a very talented man, Mr. Dan Davidson, is back with If These Streets Could Talk. Let's take a ride from Six Gun Sally. And last but not least, Amelia Quinn with Nothing to Lose. There you go, there's all your brand new country music releases, courtesy of Live in the Living Room. My name's Mr. Paul Adams. Remember, stay sharp, stay focused, and stay busy. And until next time, see you soon.
Paul Adams with the new releases here on the Live in the Living Room special. Coming up right now is the Texans, the interview that I did with Dusty Moats, Jake Williams and Jesse Jennings. Hi, we're here with Live in the Living Room, and I'm joined by three amazing artists that have travelled a fair distance. They're known as the Texans. I'm joined by Dusty Moat, Jesse Jennings, and the fantastic Jake Williams here. Hiya guys.
Hello.
How are you? What is it like being over here in the UK? I mean, you've travelled to, it's going to be an obvious question, but you've travelled so far, it's what, 4,000 miles at least?
4,800 miles. 4,800.
It's an insane amount of travelling, and it's great to have you here, because just listening to you there performing, and just each individual voices are just so crisp and so unique. So what's it like being over here in the UK?
It's crazy. I think none of us ever thought our music would ever lead us here, but here we are. And it's mind-boggling. Like, we can't even wrap our minds around it completely.
Yeah.
Because it's just, everything we see is like, wow, that's different. That's okay, that's different.
I mean, you're lucky because the past 2 days since you've been here, it's actually been sunny weather. We're just so used to that rainy, horrible, cold weather.
We brought that with us.
So you brought the sun with you.
Yeah,
I'm so grateful.
We tied the sun to the back of the plane and brought it over to you.
Just for us. I mean, it's
I wanted you to experience that just a little bit.
I mean, it's nice to actually have the sunshine and bring the good vibes as well, because so far there's been so many great artists. How have you found the whole festival so far, Country on the Coast?
And it's been pretty cool. I think the one thing I was telling Jake earlier, man, there's talent everywhere.
Yeah.
Outstanding and amazing talent. You know, Jesse's known James for a long time. I guess they met back in 2019. James and I have passed notes back. We've never formally met until now, but just seeing the stuff that he's posted from this area, and then being here and affirming how amazing it is pretty damn cool.
Yeah. It must be eye-opening as well for the fact that when you think of the UK, you don't think of country. You do not think of country music in the sense of what you're used to in Texas or in the United States in general. So it must be a bit of an eye-opening experience actually coming and experiencing the UK form of country.
Yeah, for sure. It's great to see that's just the perception. Everybody, like, how grateful they are for every artist here. Like, they're just grateful for indie music, and that's super cool.
Yeah.
It's super cool to see that.
It's brilliant, and it's brilliant having you guys over, bringing your flair as well. And we've had some great performances so far. Looking forward to seeing you on stage. Is there anything that you're excited to play on stage? Any new music that's coming out, or is it stuff that you've got singles-wise?
Yeah, I think we all got stuff we're pushing
all
right now.
All of us have stuff at radio up. I have one that just recently hit a #1 in Texas on one of the charts. Jesse's got one that's kicking ass and doing well. Jake's got one that's on the charts right now. We all kind of work together. We have like what we call an artist alliance in Texas. There's about 25 or 30 of us independent artists that kind of stick together, work together. You've seen 3 of them right now that all kind of do stuff together. So we're really excited. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact, the reason why we have what I call an artist alliance is everybody's pushing new music and trying to do new things. And we kind of figured out that we're probably stronger together than rolling individually, which is why when we were contacted about doing this, we thought consensus, man, let's all go together. It'd be a cool deal.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing that you've done that because, like you say, being an independent artist, you can be a stick, in a big hay bale that you just don't realise.
You just called it right there.
To actually come together and, it's not a dog eat dog. It's not a dog eat dog world. You might as well come together, bring your music together, bring your fan bases together, and that way you all grow individually as well as a team. And it's great to see. Now, obviously, the 3 of you joined together. Is there a leader amongst the pack? There's always an alpha male. There's always the alpha dog. Who's the alpha here?
On 3, we'll point. 1, 2, 3.
Fair enough.
Yep.
There we go.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna qualify this. It has nothing to do with being alpha male. I think it has to do with just age. And experience.
Being the youngest.
I'm one of those guys that I'm the oldest. Obviously, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact is that, man, coming from, I'll just be real transparent, coming from large corporate America after playing for a while and then going into corporate America and coming back, I recognized an opportunity, especially during COVID, that we could do so much more for artists independently if we were working together.
Yeah.
So we have, James knows, we run, Mariah, Jesse and I all work together. We all have a booking agency. We also have radio. I call it marketing, not promotions. I hate that word. And radio advertising. We do a lot of stuff with social media, and it's all with the goal of enhancing and elevating independent artists by working together. So it's, I wanted to qualify that. I love how they pointed at me, but I'm also kind of a planner and kind of it kind of comes naturally for that part. But I don't think we would be, I love to say ringleader, but I don't think we could be doing anything without each other per se.
Yeah, that is the most, almost diplomatic answer. It's the nicest answer.
It's the truth.
But it's the truth. And it's great to see that.
We wouldn't have been here without each other.
Yeah.
It took all of us to collectively make this thing happen. Sure, I planned some of it, but man, Jake pitched in the sponsor. He helped us get the sponsor to help us get here. Jesse's been doing stuff on the back end to promote. We hooked up with a gentleman in Ireland, and so this has kind of been a really cool collective deal. Sure, I planned it, but dude, it took a lot of fingers, a lot of hands, and a lot of massaging to get it done.
So now that you're over here, so where else are you kind of like going to visit whilst you're over in the United Kingdom?
You know, we have a little run. We're playing here at Country on the Coast, and then we take off Monday morning. We fly into Dublin, and then we're going to do 5 nights in Ireland, different places in Ireland. We wind up with one of those nights being at the Kilkenny Roots Festival in Kilkenny. So very fortunate. Again, that's through all of each other's contacts. You know, we have a guy named Joe. I know you know, James knows Joe. Jesse posted, we're coming to England, and all of a sudden Joe jumps in, what can I do to help? And next thing you know, we have all these cool dates. And so, again, it's not just an artist alliance, it's guys like you guys too, who we're so grateful and appreciative to, that have kind of helped elevate us, at least to this point here. But yeah, we're going to see some cool places. I know tomorrow, no offense, we've never been here. We've got a tour guide picking us up at 9 o'clock in the morning. We're going to go experience the UK. What are you the most excited about tomorrow?
We're going to Stonehenge.
Oh, really?
It's like, you know, we're so close.
Yeah.
And what's the other place?
There's so much. I'm a history nerd. So like, there's so much. I walked around about 2 hours this morning just looking at it. We're going to Bath.
Yeah.
We're doing Bath tomorrow. Maybe Southampton.
Oh wow!
Since we're like in the general area right here, so
if you get a chance, be sure. I'm a northerner, so if you get a chance, be sure to head on up north. There's loads to see. There's loads to do.
I've heard that. He was talking about that in the ride over.
So yeah, just there's plenty in the UK, and if you ever do get a chance to come back, you know, make a tour of it. You know, there's plenty of places that take on, you know, so many great acts such as yourselves. So you know, we'd happily welcome you back. And after those performances. Definitely.
Well, I kind of got a feeling. I got a feeling through our alliances, we'll see you guys over
there.
Part of this artist alliance thing is also getting you guys over to our part of the world because you've been so instrumental in helping us get here.
Thank you.
He's talking about doing it again, and James and I've already talked about that. But no, thank you. No, we're really appreciative of everything you do to help us get here.
One thing that we've always said, and I'll sing it to our hilt, is, you know, I don't do this for me. I do this for the artist because, you know, I don't care about me. You know, I love hearing new music, and I love seeing you artists come up, and even if it's artists I've never heard of, you know, I've only come recently into you guys in the past year or so, and it's been an amazing journey so far. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for being here. That's the main thing. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your stay here in the UK.
Thanks, brother.
I just want to finish off with one quick question, and you guys kind of understand where this is coming from because we've just asked you a second ago just to get the feel. So it's to do with shapes, and if you could choose a shape, what guys would you individually be? So I'll start with you, Jesse.
I'm a pentagon.
Pentagon?
Yeah.
Just a...
Man, I said a circle, but that's just because I'm already a circle. But I really meant I kind of like to be a triangle.
A triangle? Alrighty. And Jay?
I'm going to go with circle.
Circle?
Yeah.
Alright.
Sure.
Well, thanks guys. Thanks for joining us, and thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you.
That was the conversation I had with the Texans. Absolutely amazing group of guys. Jake Williams, Jesse Jennings, and Dusty Moats. You will not be disappointed if you give them a quick follow on their socials. It's very much appreciated. And do not forget to give us a follow as well here on Live in the Living Room. On our socials, just search for This Is Live in the Living Room on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you can. Just search for Live in the Living Room. You'll not be disappointed. We've always got things being posted, so our handles are just here at the bottom as well. So give us a follow. Well, coming right now is a performance from the man himself. It's Alan Finlan with Whiskey Eyes.
There's a bar stool on its own. I tell them no, that they can't use it. There's a heart that lies in tune, but no spaces left for bruises. I know that you're walking by the bottom of this glass, so I'm saving her the seat. The bartender leans and asks, I need saving. Hey, whiskey eyes, can I pour you a shot? Before the shutters go down and you've been beaten by the clock. Hit me up, she'll be here tonight. She's got the missing me smile that I nearly forgot. I thought I had it all, only once I lost. Must have looked her up a couple hundred times. She only called walk this dream. Don't ever watch it run away. Don't ever wipe your lips. Don't ever lose the taste. I know I see those things like the things I used to have when I'm drinking by myself. Only gotta come and ask. I need saving. Hey, whiskey eyes, can I pour you a shot before the shutters go down and you've been beaten by the clock? Hit me up, she'll be here tonight. She's got the missing me smile that I nearly forgot. I thought I had it all, only once I lost. Must have looked her up a couple hundred times. She only comes to me when I'm looking through my whiskey eyes. There's no closing time when broken hearted. I call spirits with that change left in my pocket. And I don't care if I look alone a little lie before. As I wash my sins, I hear that swinging of the door. Hey, whiskey eyes, I think you might be worth a shot. I see you're on your own. Can I pull up a spot? I saved you a place. Knew you'd come tonight. You got that missing me smile that I nearly forgot. I thought I'd be a poor man with the riches I got. Now what I'm seeing happens every time. So come next to me and you can look into my whiskey eyes. Yeah, won't you come on? Come on over to the whiskey eyes. Come on over into my whiskey eyes.
Welcome to Live in the Living Room Country on the Coast special. I'm here with the amazing fan favourite, it's Alan Finlan.
Hey everybody.
Thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute honour listening to you perform Just Then Whiskey Eyes. Just such a great song. The power in your vocals I still cannot get over to this day. I mean, I've spoken to you, I've seen you perform a few times now, and every single time it's like a fresh face. It's like a kid going to a candy store, just a sweet shop and just thinking, you could have a pick of everything and you go straight to yourself. I mean, amazing.
Well, yeah, I just don't know. I literally my story is, it's not even, I even did like coaching or anything. I didn't do music at school. So I learned that by myself. Just sat at home and went, oh, that's a G chord, that's a C chord.
That sounds kind of nice.
That sounds all right. And then I started playing, because I'm an emo boy at heart, so I was, playing things like 30 Seconds to Mars, Biffy Clyro for my heavy rock, and that's how I started off. I started playing The Kill by 30 Seconds to Mars and Mountains by Biffy Clyro. They were my songs, not Wonderwall and the like. As much as, I actually do get a free pass, actually, because when you go to cover gigs, you see people do Wonderwall.
Yeah.
It's not a bad song, it's just an overdone song.
Yeah.
And even the Gallagher brothers have said that they hate the song. So I think I get a free pass and go, I'm not doing Wonderwall on any of my sets when I do some cover gigs. So that's what they get. But yeah, and then I was working in pubs and started singing behind the bar, and someone went, oh, he's got an alright voice, why don't you go to an open mic? And I was like, I'm not good enough. And so, I had to train in my head that I was like, I'm good, I can sing, I'm good enough to sing, let's just go for it.
Yeah.
And I did it, I messed up everything, but people just kept going, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep
going.
going.
Every kind of step forward, you've always got to have a couple of steps back to begin with.
That's it. And
that's how you learn.
I still have a couple of steps back, like things that impact my, like my sort of social life, my family life. Things happen, but you just got to keep the march going, or otherwise you're just going to fall behind. Like I definitely fell behind last year, and in my head, it probably never happened, but in my head I was just there like going, oh, I'm not relevant anymore in the UK country scene. I'm not going to be
I'm fading into obscurity and things like that. And then I just thought, nah, do you know what? See it as an opportunity to say I'm starting again.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to do it. But at least I know that I've got some people who are out there and they've got my back.
Yeah.
And it's really nice and comforting to know. So yeah, it's technically starting again, and the music's coming again. So
yeah,
we're getting there.
I mean, I mentioned it when we spoke at the BCMA Fan Fest, and how amazing you was, the fact that everybody kind of like brought you in and brought you on, and I'm looking forward to seeing the Country on the Coast crowd taking you in and expecting this amazing performance, because every single time I've seen you perform, I've mentioned right at the start there that he's been exceeded all expectations, and it always does. And the great thing is he's just so humble about it as well, and everybody here is going to be so excited to have you on the stage.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I'm a Portsmouth boy. I was born in St Mary's Hospital, and I only live across Portsmouth Harbour as well. I was planning on bringing my bicycle tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to bring a guitar, and I was like, I might just ride in for the hell of it.
Yeah.
So riding on my rusty steed.
Well,
that sounds awful now I've said it.
Well, end of the day, a lot of people, particularly if you're a local lad, a lot of people do that. People just either walk in. I know there's been a couple of people that have only lived a couple of miles away, and they've just walked in, carrying the guitar on the backs.
Yeah. And it's good to have a festival that I can go and sleep in my own bed afterwards.
Exactly.
I can just go, oh, that was nice.
Well, exactly. I mean, you're amongst some great talent here as well today. I mean, we were sat together watching the Texans
Yes,
play.
and my Texan country just hits more than Tennessee country. It really does. Like, they were just singing their way. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You get the goosebump moment. I was just there like, whoa.
Well, exactly.
It's just brilliant. And to end with an Elvis track, I was...
Oh, come on.
I was just there like, yes. You
don't expect it, and then it hits you. And,
yeah.
That's the kind of similar vibes I'm expecting tonight, from yourself. Not to put any pressure on or anything.
No, I'm doing a couple of cover songs tonight, and the explanation I'll give to them is because I'm a nerd and I don't know any better.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. I mean, end of the day, you've got so much great songs yourself that you can filter in, whatever you want. The stage is yours. You've got 30 minutes to play. So
that was it, because I was filtering out, and I was like, well, I am ending the show today, and I don't really want to weigh people down with some like heavy drama songs, like such as Battle of the Bands. As much as I love it, and This String is my favourite that I've penned and co-written alongside Stephen Manley. It was one of my favourites, and when I sang it back at the Bedford, that was one of the best times I had to sing it, and what a location as well, actually. But yeah, tonight I'm definitely going to try and kick up the party vibe, and I've put all of the songs in that have a bit of a jump to it, so that's what they're getting.
Yeah.
Apart from one, but there's only about 30 seconds of it.
Well, I'm excited to have it. I'm so excited to see you perform, and it's going to be a great night, because towards the end of the night, and
everyone's going to be drunk and I'll sound better.
Exactly. What more do you need in life? Not only will you sound better, but everybody's going to be partying as well. Everyone's going to be on the dance floor, dancing with you.
And that's what I like, and that's what the new music's going to be all about. I celebrated my birthday, and I went up to a place up in Blackpool, which I normally go to I was going up there, up and down there, performing there last year, Dirty Blondes, and it's literally like a dive bar straight out of Nashville, neon lights, and there was like old skateboard graphic stickers and signatures everywhere, and I was like, I've got to write a song about this, I've got to write an EP, and I was like, it's because this is what I live for. I live for the party vibe, I love it, and I like my drink responsibly, people, please. And it's just like, when I get together with the lads and we just have a great night and just a massive party, and that's what it's all about in the end. Like, the country music is you get your heartbreak, but you get your parties as well, and that's what I want to reflect. And I want to make an EP all about a weekend, and just say, from Friday to Monday, I might even do an acoustic of No Money by Monday at the end of it, and just like rattle around beer cans to record. That would be really cool. So yeah, the new music is on its way, and exciting. I had a songwriting session recently, so
How did the songwriting session go?
Amazing.
Really?
I got one song out of the full day, but
I mean, a song is better than no song.
It's definitely, I'm working with the local studio, and they've had people such as Jessica Lynn go record there as well.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Just to it's in a church as well, so it's like Ocean Way in Nashville. It's the place that Garth Brooks rehearsed at. So I'm just like going, I could be the British Garth. No, I can't. No, I can't. By a long shot.
To be fair, I mean, you were strumming out a couple of chords earlier, And yeah, I was half expecting either Garth to pop up or you just to.
That was the best thing when I went to go see him. Did you go see him?
I didn't. I missed out Dublin and around. I was gutted. No way. You could have given me one of the tickets.
No. One was up in the gods and one was down on the floor.
Yeah.
And he turned around and was like, "Oh yeah, I can get the crowd going by just one chord."
Yeah, basically.
That was it. And then it just broke into Friends in Low Place, and you're like, "Yep, I'm done."
You don't need anything else in life. Just I can go to sleep peacefully now.
That's it.
Well, Alan, it has been an absolute pleasure. It's been an honour to have you on the show again.
That's all right. No, it's great to be here.
Thank you, and again, thank you for Whiskey Eyes. Such a great song. I've got one last question for you, and it's a unique question. We've been asking different questions throughout the show this weekend, and today's question is: if you could be any shape in the world, what would that shape be, and why?
I'm already round, so I guess a circle.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's go for a circle.
I can go for a circle. I mean, circles are continuous as well. There's a never end to the circles, a never end to your story. Don't ever give up. So if you've got any dreams in life, don't give up on them.
No.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you for joining us.
That's all right. No worries.
And thank you to everybody tuning in. Thank you. And that was Alan Finlan with the Live in the Living Room special here at the Country on the Coast Festival. I want to say thank you to Hannah Roper from Country on the Coast Festival for allowing us to film here at this beautiful, beautiful venue, the Gaiety Southsea in Portsmouth. Absolutely fantastic venue. If you do get a chance to go visit the Country on the Coast next year, be sure to head on up over to Country on the Coast on their socials. The handles have been throughout the show, as well as all of the artists, so do not forget to give them a follow. Thanks as always go to the man behind the camera, as well as the show itself, Mr. James Vince, Kirsty Krause with the Ones to Watch segment, which was chosen by Jess T, Linda Conway from Voice of a Woman with Girl Crush, as well as the man himself, Mr. Paul Adams, with new releases. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell. As for me, it's bye for now. I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care and bye for now.
Life is a funny old thing, can make you cry on